Those of you who've seen me read before know that it's like hair Tourette's. Flipping in. And I cannot read poetry without, it's like, I don't know. It's horrible. I'm just like, what do I do with my hands? And this little stuff. Anyway. This V for Vendetta haircut, not because I think it's cute. Okay. Now let me segue once again from something kind of funny to something not as funny. My second to last poem is called Phantom Pain. It's on page 9. And now only faith could make me certain that beneath the mulch in the garden, the bulbs of the daffodils and the bulbs of the tulips double themselves as they sleep through winter. In front of the mirror, a blown black vase that held strands of forsythia last April. The dead leave us incomplete. It didn't occur to me the emptiness would be permanent, that nothing that came after would ease the ache as the cold rains of October blew out the pilot lights, and what I was once attached to, what was once attached to me, would glint in the welkin and go truant. I count the cats at their Hadley bowls in the morning, as I would count the leaves of the redbud, the old selves lingering like smoke or cedar in coats in the hall closet, camel's hair and tweed, waxed cotton. Once I glimpsed my face drifting through the transom, past a bough of cold stars. At some point, the dead outnumber the living, except in the silly brocatel of the physical world, where I hear in the sibilance of ginkgo leaves falling, one night a year, their footsteps as they walk, with no thought of me, through corridors of the underworld. I imagine them together, a wing of my beloved, but my dead have their own dead defined, and so must disperse, unable to remain in an assembly of my devising. I wonder if they gather seasonally in a vast hall, the air filtered into fake euphoria like a casino's, a serried music of wealth urging them to wager more, and on the great window a pale outline of bones. Perhaps when I join them it will be different. For now they have their own resolve and muted ardor, skin and moon at room temperature, hothouse phlox blooming in the lunar seas. Last poem. And it is the last poem, called White Center, page 67, which is taken from a sublime Mark Rothko painting. Just amazing. The only reason to go to Houston, besides getting your life saved, not that they've done anything, those guys back there haven't, but if things get bad, they might be able to, is to go to the Rothko Chapel, which is really one of the great man-made spaces in this country. At any rate, this last poem is called White Center, and listen, thank you guys for coming. Some of you know my secret dream, and I think I got it, so. White Center. A year is a reservoir, a basin, an indigo pool where fecklessly I leave the lights on at night. Otherwise, water disappears into darkness, and I wake to the surface, pink and augural with dawn. Rain lit by store windows, the wake of a speedboat, the silvered charcoal of your remains. A year is a reservoir holding these things. The regulator susurras alerts me to the diver, but he can't find you either. I'm standing in the shallows, the kingdom of my grief, 20 degrees hotter than the water. A year is a room with aubergine walls. It is a cupboard, a fruitwood cabinet, a drawer. When a storm knocked out the power, I lit candles in front of the mirror, hoping to double the light, but the breeze tossed them back and forth until they disappeared into a single flame. On the ceiling, a bird, the shadow of a bird, or smoke. In the cabinet, I keep the glove of Champagne Kid you pulled with your hand from mine, a broken strand of coral beads, the Polaroid of the UFO we spotted from the roof garden. I keep the last fortnight we spent together and all its weather, the fist of black tulle, a citron strip of dawn. A year is a sack, a pocket, a suitcase we carried through Britain one summer, covered with stickers from India and Rome, its silk lining gone iridescent where it frayed, and it contains the view from our room of a meadow, dazzling and lacustral. If I clip the seams and stretch the canvas of the bag, I might find the landscape you left unfinished, a dogwood rinsing its final leaves in the lawn's violet water. A year is a vessel, a glass, a relucent vase of orchids and quatrains, a packet of heirloom seeds, a large bowl holding copper fish, the aura before migraine, the secret glances mirrors exchange with mirrors in an empty room, the acoustics of a bridge, and unseasonal snow. On the bridge, a long portage over which a white heron rises. A year is a basket, making ferric the skin of the ice it molds, or through which steam drifts and water sluices, silver until it darkens dusk. Nothing can enclose you now. Video of mascara. Okay, Lida. Thank you guys. Now, have fun.